Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jean and I'll be your MC for this morning's Dharma family service. Please stand if you are able, and let's begin this service by singing the Vandana Tisarana together in both Pali and English.
Namo tassa
Thank you. Please be seated. Before we go any further, I wanted to introduce two guests. One is Linda from Wooden Buddhist Temple on Oahu, and her friend Martha from California. Thank you. Okay, we will now sing the Gapa, Gasha with Amida, which will be shown on the screens. Chanting will be followed by quiet meditation.
Every moment the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida in the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night. I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho with Amida. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of
We will now sit in quiet meditation led by Reverend Herring.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
I have one more special welcome to extend to Melissa Watts of Makawao. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Okay. On the first Sunday of each month, we remember all those who have passed on before us, honored ancestors, departed loved ones, dear friends, and beloved companions. During this time, we encourage everyone, both here in person and at home, joining us by live stream, to offer incense as an expression of gratitude. We will now invite everybody up who has a birthday in February to help celebrate your birthday with a cupcake.
Nobody?
I have to eat this all by myself?
So of course Sharon negotiates in Honolulu on the birthday day.
Oh, really? Oh, it's okay.
Kenneth, it's your birthday again. All right, dude.
All right, let's have a 20.
What day is your birthday?
Every day.
That's a good answer.
I'll like the middle ones if we need them. Yeah, I'll just do the outside.
Okay, if you're a friend of somebody on this list, you can come up for the birthday cake. Yep, Tom said keep on fire. July's close enough. That's within 6 months.
Anybody else who want to celebrate a birthday of a friend,
Come on.
a grandparent, a cousin, a mother or father?
Maybe it's your dog's birthday.
Dog's birthday? No? I'll come
You
to
made a bunch of
you.
cupcakes. Come on, we got
While they're still hot, come on down. Oh, come on, don't be shy.
Okay, get Wesley to do it with you.
How are you going out? How are you going out?
Oh, close enough. The olive boy coming to church on Sunday because it's the birthday Sunday.
I'm Fred. Hello, I'm Robert.
Hey, two more, come on
What
down.
happened to Robert? Usually he's here.
What flavor are these? Hey, come on up. Oh, come here. Okay. Mimi. Okay, I didn't eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, do it out again, dude.
Keep blowing.
Okay, before the candles burn out, let's sing happy birthday.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Make Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. And there's a list of our February birthdays up there on the screen. Thank you. Well, oh no, I need to go back to Golden Chain of Love.
We'll take a little change in the story.
Yeah, I gotta go to Chain now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mahalo. Thank you, everyone. Now let's all recite the Golden Chain of Love together. Let us begin. I am a link in a Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends on my happiness but also that of others. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Mama. Okay, and now it's children's Dharma story time.
But only if I can stand up. So.
I'll let you take over the slides now.
Okay.
No cookies.
Note to self, don't put water bottle on the podium. Okay, let's see, where are we? Maybe I should put a hole in one of these things. Okay, oh, sorry, went too fast. Okay. Aloha, kakayaka, wowzamas. It's me, Barkley the dog. How y'all doing this fine Sunday morning? I hope you're well and feeling fine. Good morning, aloha kako. Aloha for everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you here this morning. We have a wonderful story for you. Yeah, that's right, it's a hilarious story. Well, that's right, Barkley, it's one of Sensei's favorite stories. Today's story is Who Pooped on Me? By David Cooley and illustrated by Ivan Barbera. This book is dedicated for Ian. Splat. Who pooped on me?
Not me, I'll get on it.
Did you poop on me? It wasn't me. I poop in the dirt. Did you poop on me? It wasn't me. I poop in water. Did you poop on me? It wasn't me. I don't even poop. Did you poop on me?
No.
Splat.
No.
Ah! Who pooped on me? Maybe nobody will notice. Oh, did you get slobbered? It's poop. Did you get slimed? No, it's poop. Did you get boogered? No, it's poop. Poop, poop, poop! Poop? Yes. No, 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 no. Gross! Don't eat it! Look out below! Splat! This is so delicious. You like it? You pooped on me.
Is that food?
Not poop. Ice cream. Ice cream? Try some. Floop.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take the whole thing.
Splat. Ew. That is not ice cream. The end.
That is
Okay, I think Ace has this story at home. And that was the story Who Pooped on Me by David Cunliffe, illustrated by Ivan Barbera. Sorry, that the script here somewhere. Hey, wait, wasn't that a great story? Hey, Ace, what part did you like? You like the whole story because you know the story by heart already.
Yeah, I like somebody who pooped on the
Yeah. Oh, you like when they pooped on somebody else, huh? Me too. I thought it was so funny that the little lizard guy, he was trying to blame somebody, anybody, for pooping on him. And then it turns out the poop was ice cream.
But in that guy don't actually poop.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow, that explains why the fly liked it, right?
Because there's a blue bird over there.
Oh, well, that's right. The little lizard convinced himself it was poop. So, of course, somebody must have pooped on it. But things aren't always what they seem, are they? Well, that's very wise, Lucy the Ladybug. The Buddha taught that human beings are so self-centered, we can only see what we want to see, not how things truly are. Well, in the end, that last splat actually wasn't ice cream at all. I wonder what it could be. Maybe it wasn't ice cream, maybe it was mayonnaise. Or maybe it was horseradish. Or maybe it was grated daikon. I know, let's ask the Dharma school students. What was that last splat?
Poop.
Poop! Poop! What? 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 Fake black.
It's food.
Okay. And this is where you say, you forgot something, Sensei. So remember, kids, be good.
But not too much.
And not too much.
But not too much.
Okay, now Dharma school students, children under the age of 11, and anybody who doesn't want to listen to Sensei's talk, you're invited to the social hall for Dharma school activities.
Follow educated and fun.
So you can, for our visitors, you can see that our strategy is to give the kids sugar so they come. Tell them a story, keep them entertained, send them over to the Dharma school. Okay, very good, very good. So today I'm going to talk about, what do you see? I'm going to talk about reality as it is versus reality as my ego wants to be. So we'll begin with the words of Shinran Shonin. With a foolish being full of blind passions, in this fleeting world, this burning house, all matters, without exception, are empty and false, totally without truth and sincerity. The Nembutsu alone is true and real. The wisdom of Shinran Shonin. Not one does, not one does, not one does. And you can find this, he's quoted in the postscript to the Tanisho, the record of lament and divergences, collected to Shinran on page 679. Not one does.
So, did you enjoy today's children's Dharma story time? Yesterday I was in a panic, like, oh, that's right, it's the third Sunday, I need to have a kid story. And so, I literally go to Amazon, was it Prime Books or whatever, there's the kind of, you pay a monthly fee and there's unlimited. The first one that pops up, it's got poop in the title. I'm like, this is going to be tough. So sometimes things do just kind of work out. Because it's a really cute story, right? I mean, and it appeals to a child's sense of humor. So Ace, who was in the front row, is like, he knew the story, so he's like, it's about poop, it's about poop. But the message itself is actually quite insightful. Right? I mean, we're teaching, we want the kids to remember, things aren't always what they seem. So in the real world, as adults, as young adults, as even as a preteen who's like, I'm still a kid at heart, but everyone expects me to be an adult. We've learned, or we're learning, that getting pooped on is part of real life. So the story is quite, insightful. It's actually quite profound. In teaching the lesson, how easy is it to try to blame somebody else for something that's our misfortune, or something that's inconvenient for us. But reality as it is, right? The reality is, the poop isn't poop, it's ice cream. Except in the end, when it's actually poop. So. The final splat, right? That's not ice cream. Ooh, a killer line. So kids and adults, we get the joke. That we're observing this lesson about how our self-centered perception of reality often is totally at odds with reality, reality as it is. Reality as it is. So let's take a look at that idea of reality as it is versus reality as my ego self wants to perceive it. So let's play a game. You probably played this game. What do you see? What do you see? Duck or rabbit? Do you see a duck? Or do you see a rabbit? Duck? Rabbit. Both duck and rabbit? Neither duck nor rabbit. What do you see? What do you see? This image, of course, is a classic optical illusion. So our eyes are seeing this image. Our human brain is interpreting the image. Right, seeking to find meaning, what's in this pattern, to identify the patterns in the image, to compare these patterns against previous experience. So things that we've experienced, things that we've seen, read in a book, whatever. Right? It's trying to match these patterns, trying to interpret this data that's coming in. Our human brain is struggling to make sense of what we see with our eyes. But when we're given cues, the human brain instantaneously compares that image that our eyes are perceiving, right, against memories that we've had of our experiences with ducks and rabbits. So which is closer? So as soon as I say, do you see duck? Do you see rabbit? Rabbit or duck? Rabbit and duck. Again, I was deliberately trying to confuse your brain, of course. But when I show all four images, right, our human brain, our human ego, I understand. It's a quote-unquote optical illusion. I can explain why my brain didn't see what's actually there. And the reason why we like this is because I can explain it to somebody else. It's an optical illusion. Oh, I know what this is. So that's the fun one. I like the duck and the rabbit one. It's always fun. Because, again, our ego self is comforted by the fact we can explain this to other people who won't think we're crazy. Okay, here's a good one. What do you see? What do you see? Do you see a cube? Or do you see a physically impossible structure, something that cannot possibly exist in real life? So the more you look at it, the more it changes. It's one of the more interesting optical illusions. Right, so do you see the basic frame of the cube? Or do you see the parts of the cube overlapping in ways that's not possible in the physical world? So this is just one of those fun ones. Again, the eye is being fooled by what you see. And of course, you're probably, it's kind of hard to see, I suppose, the artwork of M.C. Escher, who's a Dutch artist. His visionary artwork truly makes you question the reality of what our eyes see, right? The reality of the quote-unquote real world. So if you look at this, right, if you look carefully, I sort of bought a poster-sized version of it, but people are walking on stairs. They go up and down, but never actually go anywhere. right? And it's based on the previous cube, the inside of the cube drawing. But it's fascinating. You can sit in front of these artwork for hours and just look at it like, So Escher, if you're not familiar with the work of Escher, you gotta look this guy up, he's crazy. Okay, how about this one? What do you see? What do you see? Anybody? A duck? You see it where? What I see is the Federal Detention Center in Honolulu at the airport. That's where Reverend Alan Udasaki used to work. You see a duck? What are you talking about? Yeah, actually, of course, I took a picture and said, hey, it's a duck cloud, wow! I can make a joke on social media. But that actually is the Federal Detention Center where Reverend Alan Udasaki used to work. So. What do you see? Do you see a scroll that was hand-painted by our founder, Shinran, depicting Amida Buddha with 48 rays of light radiating from his, her, their head, standing on the lotus throne? Do you see that? Now, if you look closer, you will see that the rays of light are actually the 6-character expression of Namu Amida Butsu. Yeah, because we're using, okay, full slides. You can see, if you look at it close up, it's all Namu Amida Butsu. So all 48 rays of light coming out that way. And if you look really closely, at the bottom of the scroll, you'll see the first 2 Wasan hymns that follow the chanting of the Shoshinga, which is Shinran's masterwork, which explicates the lineage of Jodo Shinshu all the way from Shakyamuni Buddha. So Shakyamuni, the historical Buddha, reveals the existence of Amida Buddha and the vow to save all people in the larger sutra. And then that goes to the 7 masters of the Pure Land tradition, which we celebrate. So it comes to us from India, Nepal or India, to China, to Japan and Korea, and then from Japan it comes to Hawaii 135 years ago. And if you look really, really closely, and if you can read Japanese kanji or Sino-Japanese kanji and calligraphy, you'll see that this scroll is signed Gutoku Zenshin. It's one of the names that Shinran used after exile. Gutoku, he uses with different names. So you'll see it as Gutoku Zenshin, Gutoku Shinran is the other one that he uses quite a bit. It's an interesting combination of characters. It literally means the stubble-headed fool. The stubble-headed fool. Stubble-headed meaning, as a monk, he failed. Right? Because he can't maintain the shaved head of a monk. Which means, in other words, he couldn't maintain the precepts. He failed as a monk, in other words. So this is the way he says, don't call me sensei, don't call me reverend. Call me stubble-headed fool. Failed monk. Call me failed monk. So a monk that can keep the vows, the head is clean shaved. Doesn't eat meat. Etc. Zenshin, just Shinran trivia, Zenshin refers to Zendo, who's the 5th of the Pure Land masters, one of the great Chinese Buddhist masters, and Shinran, the Ran, refers to Dongna, number 4 of the great masters in China. And then, right, what do you see? What do you see? So on the left is the hand-painted scroll by Shinran Shonin, and on the right is the beautiful, stunning, right, Namu Amida Butsu carving that's in our columbarium, right here, right next door. Right? And this is patterned, if you look very closely, it's patterned after Shinran's calligraphy. So this wood carving, which actually I don't know the history of. Does anybody know who made this and how we got to this thing? It's a gorgeous piece of work. But this is Shinran's, Namu Amida Butsu. Other ways it's written Namu Amida Butsu. So, both the image of Amida on the scroll, the 6 figures written in kanji for Namu Amida Butsu with the lotus throne, is considered gohonzon, or the honorific object of reverence. How about this one? Right? It's the picture here. What do you see? So the altar of our temple, we have the gorgeous statue of Amida, carved from wood, covered with lacquer, and then covered with gold leaf. So no, it's not solid gold. That's usually one of the first questions visitors ask. If it was solid gold, it'd be extraordinarily heavy. So all of these representations, these are all creative expressions of Amida. They're all equally acceptable, and they're all revered, again, as a symbol of what Amida Buddha stands for. The vow to save all ordinary beings, and this vow is working in our lives, even if we're not aware of it. So the point, of course, becomes to become aware of it. So how do we do that? Amida, as you know, is the Sanskrit word for immeasurable or non-quantifiable. So you can't measure what it is. So if you consider it this way, there's the reality we can perceive. We have 5 senses, quote unquote, the sense organs. Right? So my eyes see things. It's interpreted by the human brain by just saying, okay, it looks like really nice weather. And so if you just look outside the window, you say, oh, nice weather. Again, based on previous experience, based on previous knowledge. If I cheated, I looked at the weather report this morning, it's going to be good weather, etc. All these things add up. So there's this reality that we can perceive. But we know, for a fact, there's a reality beyond our perception. There's a reality beyond our comprehension, our ability to understand it. And so if you think of Amida as all of this, so there's this human world, this reality that we live in, but there's also, again, this reality beyond our perceptions and comprehension. So Shinran's often using the word fukashigi, which is a 4-character kanji set, which would best translation be inconceivable and ineffable. Inconceivable in the sense that the human brain can't really understand what Amida is. Immeasurable, right? Inconceivable. But also, even if you experience Amida directly, you cannot explain it in human words, because it's beyond conception, it's beyond human words, so it's ineffable. There's different ways that it's described: great love, great compassion. It's this power of the vow to reach out, to grasp. Ordinary human beings aren't capable of shaving their head, becoming a monk, and meditating under a tree until we awaken to reality as it is. Because we got jobs, we got relationships, we got families, got kids, grandkids, got stuff to do. We're busy. Although we'd like to think, again, our human brain would like to think, our ego would like to think, oh, if I just have the time, I'd be capable of, meditating my way to enlightenment. We like to think that. Another way to how do we understand Amida? How about this one? Amida is everything, everywhere, all at once. So if you saw the Hollywood movie, it's a brilliant movie, by the way, with Michelle Yeoh. Absolutely amazing. But if you think of this, right, what is Amida? What is the immeasurable? What is the inconceivable, the ineffable? It's everything, everywhere, all at once. So, what do you see? What do you see? I see Makawao. What do you see? I see everything, everywhere, all at once. I see Makawao. This is just one of those crazy pictures. I'm walking in the morning to open up the temple, say about 6:30, 7, something like that. I look up and a beautiful rainbow. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that circular thing? Oh, that's the moon. Oh, man. So we got the moon. We got the sun, because obviously the light's coming from somewhere, right? There's moisture in the air. There's white clouds. So I've got, wow, the sun and the moon and a rainbow and everything, everywhere, all at once. So when I look at this picture, I see Makawao. Okay, this is a good one. What do you see? I think this was last year, the year before, where we were setting up the bone dance ring. There's like 4 of us out there doing all this stuff. Actually, no, just in the picture. But what do you see? What do you see when you look at this? I see the 3 treasures of Buddhism in reverse order. I see Sangha, I see Dharma, and I see Buddha. I see Abhida Buddha. I see Makawao in this picture. Well, that in the sky. I mean, that's incredible sky that day. It's often said, if you go to the seminary, you're going to hear this at least once, that the Dharma, what is the Dharma? We usually translate it as the teachings, but many teachers, in Japan particularly, will say it's a mirror. The Dharma is a mirror. It's a mirror. It's a mirror. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Did you know that research consistently shows that human beings, right, perceive the image we see in the mirror as more attractive, more real than a photograph? Think about that. Right? So you look in the mirror, you see yourself and go, yeah. You look at a photograph and go, how come I look so fat? How come I look so old? Bad angle. I should have moved my chin, not like, tuck it back. I should have moved it up so that we get the double, triple thing going on there. There's a lot of hypotheses as about, why this is so. You think about it, right? You look in the mirror, it's a flipped image. It's a reverse image. Right? When you look at a photograph, it's actually showing what your face looks like. Also, lots of things like the human face is asymmetric. It's an extraordinarily rare face where the eyes are exactly the same size and the proportions are the same. If you look at Hollywood actors, there's a handful, particularly actresses, that quote unquote have a perfect face, perfectly symmetrical. And that's why it's like, whoa, stands out. Angelina Jolie is one of them. You look at, if you split the face, it's like a flip, a mirror image. If you look at men, they tend to have asymmetric faces. Harrison Ford, very famous. Right? Half of his face is angry, but the other half is smiling. So in the next photograph you see of Harrison Ford in portrait, look at it. Cover up half his face, like this. That is the secret to his appeal to women, apparently. That's what advertising research shows, but we know advertising for the most part is not real. So. But think about it, right? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? What is it that you're looking at? Is that reality as it is? Or is it reality that my ego wants to see? I thought this was a rather brilliant photograph. So what is it that you see when you look in the mirror? Everything, everywhere, all at once. I see Mama and Dad soon. So let's conclude with the words of Shinran Shonin. With a foolish being, full of blind passions, in this fleeting world, this burning house, all matters without exception are empty and false, totally without truth and sincerity. The Nembutsu alone is true and real. The wisdom of Shinran Shonin. Namo Amida Butsu. Mahalo for listening this morning. May your day be filled with aloha. Namo.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma talk. Now, let's all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra, which will be displayed on the big screen. Oh, we're waiting for Reverend.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I go too fast.
At the seminary, they teach you that, it's when the candles go out, that's when someone takes a picture of the altar, and then it gets published, and then headquarters says, hey, the candles are out. So, anyway, sorry. They train us well. I'm sorry, what were you doing?
Metta Sutta.
I don't have it on a piece of paper. I need to look at my screen. Oh, and it stops working.
Uh-oh.
Is that working over there?
Yep. You want this one?
Well, I'll just go look at the computer.
Are you going to change the slides for us?
Okay.
Okay.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Please rise if you are able, and let's sing Ondok-san, which will be found on the screen. Please remain standing, and let's sing the Nembutsu, which will be found on the big screens.
Embraced by Namwami Damitsu, I vow never to complain. Thinking thus, again, I complained. The wisdom of Mrs. Haru Matsuda, who lived 1892 to 1974, one of our Issei pioneers who lived in Konoha.
Thank you. Please be seated. And now, Reverend Carrie will lead us in gratitude meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. And sit up straight. Align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you're grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda.
Thank you very much for joining our Dharma family service today. May your day be filled with aloha. Are there any announcements?
When has there never been announcements? Okay, so this coming Saturday, as everyone's probably heard multiple times, is the launch gathering, the launch party of the Interfaith Alliance of Maui here at Makawao, Honganji. Start at 3 o'clock, service will be here, and then we'll have a reception, we'll have a party in the social hall. Our special guest is George Takei, the actor, activist, and actually he's a Grammy-winning musician, or vocal recording as well. So he'll be talking about strength and joy in diversity, which is the goal of the Interfaith Alliance of Maui. And then on the Sunday, next Sunday, we'll have Dharma Family Service. And believe it or not, it'll be March after that. So for the Sangha Award Metta program, unfortunately, I have to push the launch back till March, just because there's just too much going on. Wesley, if you're here today, if you're going to be around at 10:30 or so, we can go over the con show, because that's the easiest one. I'll give you credit for that. Oh, by the way, also I thought your essay, your Dharma talk was brilliant. So thank you very much for that. So okay, so next time you have to do a longer one, but that's good. Want to go to school? I can get you a scholarship to go to Ryukoku in Japan. Yes, but mom and dad think he's going to become a minister of the Honganji. So. The columbarium is open every day. Any other announcements?
Any other announcements?
The BWA meeting is after refreshment.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you going to meet in the social hall or?
Yeah.
Very good. And that's it, I think. Oh, you would jump straight in, sorry. But that's it. No. That's just the right program slides. All right, let's go.
Okay.
We'll look forward to seeing you all up in the social hall for refreshments and talks during. Thank you.